All right, Kiss Army, welcome to the KissFAQ podcast. Thank you for giving us your time today and letting us into your head. I hope we don't do any damage. We're just a bunch of Kiss fans and we talk Kiss. So come along for the ride, you've got nothing to lose. All right, so welcome to the KissFAQ podcast. I'm your host, Julian Gill. Today we've got 69 Blizzard Ken.
Hello.
We got Wheeze Daniel.
Hi.
And we've got St. Louis Kiss Lonnie.
What's up?
And, obviously, elephant in the room, Ace Frehley has suspended touring for the rest of the year. Obviously, that's the big news of the week, and people are wondering what's going on. So just keep wondering what's going on. Send your thoughts, your prayers, your positive vibes, your space energy, your Gendelian magic sauce to Ace, and his family, because no one knows what's going on. So we've had this episode planned for a while. It dates back to September the 20th, when board poster Sam Weller posted this exact same topic slightly differently than I considered doing. So it's overdue to think about Ace's post-2000 career, his resurgence in its own context, and just the best of Ace Frehley. I call it the best of Ace 2000s, man. And
2000s,
let's look at Sam's original question was, been listening to a lot of Ace's newer material, and it's very spotty with some gems interspersed on each album. It got me into thinking, if you were to choose a 16 compilation of Ace's material from the 2000s, what would you put on it? So that is the question that I posed to these gentlemen. What would be your 16 picks? And then I said, but you can only have one cover version, because obviously there's two albums chock full of covers and a cover on each one of the studio albums that Ace has released in the past few years. So no archival live either, since there have been some releases that have included stuff from the 80s. So I want to keep it completely post 2005. The first song that Ace put out after his return with sobriety was 2005 Man, which has never officially been released. It was only broadcast on Eddie Trunk's show way back when, and that was one of the first things he did. It was really weird to hear that back in the day. It was really fun because we knew that Ace was back and he told you so. So let's just jump into some questions around Ace and his catalog. And the first would be, guys, what's your favorite album that Ace has released in the past 20 years, basically? You can pick one, Ken. No ties.
No ties, Ken. Come on.
You can even come off
Come
mute.
on, Ken.
He was going to
20
say
years.
a tie.
It's been 20 years. No, I didn't say a tie. No, 20 years. Yes, 25 years of we're in. Okay. Yeah, it changes, but I'll have to go. Well, I'm going to go with Space Invader. That's the one I'm going to go with right now.
No, that's the one that you're going with. No,
right now, for this period of time, I'll do it. Space Invader. Okay.
And thank you to everyone who's joining us live. Chime in with your comments. What's your favorite Ace Frehley album of the past 20 years?
The 2000s. Yeah, the 2000s.
Of the 2000s. Yeah, you guys can have
I like Frehley's
the
comment,
But these guys have to commit to the conversation. Daniel, what's your favorite going to be?
It's a hard question because I think there are high points on every album in the 2000s and low points as well. I guess my favorite song is actually of one of those covers album, the Origins albums. But
really?
But I have to go with the first one, because the anticipation of hearing a new Ace album after such a long wait. So I have to go with Anomaly, because I mean, you had waited for decades for a new album. So, and I think there are some good stuff on Anomaly, but I think now that we did this, I was forced to listen to all the albums, and I think it was quite some time since I did it.
You were forced.
And so I actually found lots of small gems on every album. There are stuff here that's pretty good. And but I have to go with Anomaly.
Yeah. Lonnie.
It's close. It's close call for me between 10,000 volts and Anomaly. But listening to them this week, I would go back and forth on this, but yes, ask me, it is Anomaly. I think Anomaly is just barely edges out 10,000 volts. Just
Yeah, just go back to 2009 for a second, and we
It's
had
exciting.
Anomaly coming out. We had the excitement of that. We had the excitement of Kiss returning,
Sonic
you know,
Boom.
to the studio with Sonic Boom at the same time. That was actually a very happy period of, new
It was.
music in the Kiss environment. And I'm not even including Bruce in the conversation and some of the things that he's been doing musically over the years. So it was good times. An anomaly for me. I just listening back to that album in its entirety. You know, how I started preparing for this episode was I've got all these on my phone anyway. So I was in England. I was just plugging one album in at a time and just listening to the album a few times through, move on to the next one, go back and rinse and repeat. It was great just to sit back and really focus on the music that Ace has put out over those decades. And thank goodness Ace has been putting out albums on a regular basis. What's the last thing Bruce put out? BK3?
Yeah,
BK3.
2010.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's a very long time. Kiss, of course, did Monster in 2012, and that's kind of it. I think in the Kiss realm. Gene's done nothing. Vinny's always promising.
But Soul
What are you
Station
talking about?
2018.
Yeah, so Paul did put out Soul Station with original songs on it as well. So, but I don't really mix that in as much because it's so stylistically outside the realm of Kiss's music.
True.
That's an art project, more of a passion piece. And while I do like some of the original songs on there, I haven't revisited that album in a while, to be perfectly honest. What are the high points of his career since, though? You know, since that original pick that you say is your favorite, you know, what is kind of a moment in Ace's solo career that has stood out to you in recent or not so recent memory? Lonnie.
I'm sorry, Julian. I was reading a text from my father. Can you repeat that question?
It's quick.
Give me a
working.
give me a
God damn it.
Give me a high point
Multitask.
that really stands out for you for Ace's solo career.
Thank you. Post 2000.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're talking about Ace.
I'm aware. Thank you. I'm not. My father was texting me. I apologize. It wasn't work. A high point for Ace. I don't know. I guess when he came back and he started touring before Anomaly came out in 2008, I thought those shows were really incredible. I got to see him at the small little club in St. Louis, and it was great. I mean, he did this medley that had Torpedo Girl in it, and I mean, it was really like his comeback tour before the album even came out, and people were like so excited just to see him. I mean, the last time I saw him was with Kiss in an outdoor shed amphitheater, and to see him in that little club, and like and there he is, you can almost like reach out and touch him. He's so close to you, and he was awesome. He was really great that night. His band was really good, and it was so freaking loud. I took my girlfriend at the time to the show, and it was loud. It was damn loud. He comes back out for the encore, and he looks and he goes, "Let's turn it up a little bit." And she looks at me and tugs my shirt and goes, "No."
Get air plugs.
For me personally, that's my Ace highlight of the last of the 2000s.
Daniel, what about for you?
Well, I recall that video, sort of a plug video for the new album Anomaly in 2009, where an old guy and a youngster were waiting for the new album. Do you remember that video they did? Well, the young guy, he was so upset. He had been waiting for an album for a month or two, and then this old guy with a wig came in. I've been waiting for the new Ace Frehley album for 20 years, and now it's finally coming out. And that was the feeling I had as well. And when putting on Anomaly, I was so pleasantly surprised because I didn't know what Ace could do at that point in time. You know, it had been such a long time. It had been a lot of through a lot of difficult years with drinking and stuff like that. But those two first songs on Anomaly, I think, are two of his best songs in sort of recent years. Uh, Outer Space, I don't know, is that a cover, Outer Space?
It's an adjusted song that was
Adjusted, yeah.
previously, written by another group that was aceified.
Yeah, I think it really sounds great. And then the other was it Fox in Free or something that started off the album? Such a great track, and it was really Ace is back. So that's a vivid memory I have. That wow, this. Imagine if Ace. The first thing I thought was that, Sonic Boom came out around the same time, and imagine if Ace could have been on Sonic Boom and, given them Outer Space and Fox and Free instead of some of the not so good songs on Sonic Boom. What a great album. That I remember thinking that, but it's good to have two albums. It was such of a sort of a luxury feeling. You got the Kiss album and you got an Ace album. Wow, that was cool time. So just receiving that album from Ace, that's a great memory.
Yeah, nice. I like that. Ken, how about for you?
Yeah, for me, it's when Gene Simmons turned over his backup band to
Mm.
Ace, right there, right at the beginning, when that band backed up Ace, and they were playing at that time more music. They were taking some chances and changing up the set list and playing some songs he hadn't been playing at that time. I think that was kind of exciting. It did make a difference. It was like, whoa, this is pretty good. This is sounding pretty good. It didn't sound tired or anything. I think that helped Ace at that time live, and them talking Ace into playing some hidden gems that he forgot about, and they pulled out some. So that was, I think, the best time for me.
Yeah, for me, it's really difficult to pick. I mean, I love the 2007 2008 tours where before the album comes out, when he was hitting the road and kind of road testing a new sober lifestyle. And it was all, can he do it? Can he survive this? But the band was fire, and the sets were really good. It was the Rocket Ride tour, I believe it was. It was just fabulous to see him back on the road, and the performances stood up. And he had a really good band with Derek, Scott Coogan, and Anthony Esposito. So they were a really powerful act. But I think if I have to pick a high point for me, it's gonna be Richie. When Richie came back to the band,
Okay.
and I finally got to see the Ace Frehley band with Richie Scarlett as part. It just brought things kind of full circle to me and made it complete, because I hadn't been in the country in the 90s in the US. So I hadn't seen that band, but I'd had all the fanzines from that period as well, and the excitement of that group. And to see Ace and Richie playing off one another with their guitar war throughout the show was just incredible. And that was something that I'd really craved seeing. So it was like a personal checkbox. I've now seen Richie Scarlett as part of the Ace Frehley band. But there's a ton of great memories from this period, all the way up through recent years and the Kiss cruise, which Ace was a part of. Origins or studio, Lonnie? Which do you get more of a kick out of? Do you get a kick out of a full album of covers, or do you just want the new studio stuff with a single cover?
Definitely his studio stuff with a single cover. The standard Ace formula of original material with one cover. I get a kick more out of that than I don't revisit those Origins very often at all, to be completely honest. So listening to these 4 albums this week has been fun, and but I don't revisit those Origins very often. So the studio versions for sure for me.
Ken, what about you? Origins or studio?
Studio, yeah, the Origin. I'm like Lonnie. I do not revisit those Origins at all. I do not want the next. I don't want another Origins. I know he's doing one now,
Right.
but I don't want it. I think to me it's a waste. It's a waste of effort. That's just my opinion.
All right, Daniel.
It's like picking between Revenge in '92 and Kiss My Ass in '94.
True.
I think that's the same
quite
thing. So I
easy
go
answer.
Revenge every day, and of course you like the new material better than covers. I mean, it's okay for Ace to make a cover or two. He's great at that, but it's hard to make an entire album of covers and make it interesting. So studio for me.
All right, so let's look at our list and how we approach this. Was there any single album out of his catalog that threatened to overrun your list, Ken? You had to go back and say, no, that's too much from that album. I need to be a little bit more diverse.
Oh yeah. It might have been 10,000 volts.
Wow.
Actually, I thought, because I really enjoyed that. I mean, I've been enjoying that one. I mean, it's the newest or latest kind of one. I thought that one might have, because I started going too heavy one way or the other, and I had to, let's say, no, I can't do that. I got to go back and add a couple songs from this or that. So yeah, I want to say it was 10,000 volts, or it was somewhere between that and Space Invader, but I think it was 10,000 volts. I thought, no, I can't. That's, even though I like it, it's too much, too heavy. So too heavy on those songs.
Daniel.
I didn't have a problem because I think each and every album has at least 3 good songs. The hard time for me was to, add 16 good songs to my list. I mean, I sort of, stopped somewhere around 12 songs, and then I had to really go back and listen to it. But the thing is, the solo albums, I've not listened to them as much as the Kiss albums. So while listening through the stuff, I found a few more, and it kind of evened out. I have sort of the same amount from every album. I think he's able to he's been able to do like 4 or 5 songs on each album that's pretty good. But there are some junk, but we don't talk about that today. But so it's pretty evenly spread all over the board for me.
Yeah, that's how mine naturally came out. I did my list, and then I looked at it, thought, do I need to change anything? Do I want to change anything? I counted how many from each album. I'm like, oh wow, this is actually pretty evenly split. So it just lended itself to becoming diverse automatically, and I didn't think that anything overpowered my list. Lonnie?
I kind of went through it like Daniel, and I was just like, oh, I need more songs actually too. I really enjoyed listening to Anomaly this week. I feel like I always praise it, but going back and listening to it, I'm like, wow, this is really, really good. And then they're like Space Invader, I was just not Space Invader, but Spaceman. I'm like, oh, that's I struggled to pick some songs off of there, to be honest. Mm-hmm. But Anomaly is really, really good, and so is Trouble Walking. Not Trouble Walking. What the hell? So is 10,000 volts. Jesus, 10,000 volts. It was it still stands up. as well. So it was a fun experience listening to him.
Daniel, you had a thought?
I'm just thinking about 10,000 volts a little bit. You don't think it's a bit contaminated when we know that that brown guy did most of the stuff?
That brown guy. Wow.
Okay.
No.
Oh, how do you say? That didn't come off right. It didn't come off right. Sorry about it. Steve Brown, the
There you go.
co-producer.
Oh, Steve Brown.
Yeah. I'm not. Oh no, not again. Okay.
No, I don't have any problem with 10,000 volts having
Okay.
Steve Brown with a high percentage of contributions to it. Again, Ace put his fingerprints all over it. Ace
Yeah.
aceified the songs. And if Ace, I don't know the full detail. Well, it's kind of going to be in that thing.
Facebook.
Yeah, which is done.
Oh,
Let's have a look.
No, it's not been now it's got to be designed. So
well, it's not done then.
Got to get moving on that. No, we still got copy editing going on
Oh.
as well. But in terms of content, no, Steve Brown, did a lot of the heavy lifting, getting the rhythm, the basic, the bed tracks done. Ace did his parts, and then Steve put it together. So that's still a collaboration, participating
Producer.
in the songwriting. So Ace has done that in the past, going back to Trouble Walking. When you look at the outsized contribution Richie made on that album, or Second Sighting, if you want to really be rude.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Ace is Ace. He's singing the songs. He's playing solos. That's generally, he doesn't have to do the bass when there are plenty of other people who are going to do it. So I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
Anyone else got a problem with it? Lonnie? Ken?
No.
No, I have no
No,
problem
sir.
with the brown guy.
Oh, no.
Nice. So one of the nice things of just reviewing for this show was going back and reading some of the reviews. And I love this one review that mentioned Anomaly is the best Kiss release since Revenge. I was like, hell yeah. And then I thought about it. There's only been Psycho Circus and Carnival of Souls.
Souls.
What are we comparing it to?
Yeah. All right, let's get into the list. We all submitted our list. I sorted them. And overall, this group of 5, including Mark, who can be with us today. Mark, you're sitting in your car, so you'll get to hear how the rest of us voted. Came up with a list of 37 songs that we think are the best of Ace Frehley 2000s, man. And I'm shocked that it was that number. I thought it would be a much tighter group of songs in coming up with 16. So there's a lot of diversity on that list. And the songs that didn't make our conversation today, because they only got a single vote from each of us, were A Little Below the Angels, Back Into My Arms, Blinded, Constantly Cute, Fire and Water, Fox on the Run, Genghis Khan, Good Times, Bad Times, I Want to Go Back, It's a Great Life, Life of a Stranger, A Little Below the Angels, Pursuit of Rock and Roll, Reckless, She, Space Bear, Starship, Too Many Faces, Toys, and White Room. And there are several of those that I find absolutely egregious that you guys don't agree with, particularly the ones of my songs that didn't make the list.
Of course.
And surprisingly, and I am shocked, it's mostly my songs that didn't make the list. I did the worst out of all of us because I Had Too Many Faces is one of my all-time favorite Ace songs.
You're a real Kiss fan.
If I had a list of top 10 Ace songs going back to 1970, Too Many Faces would be in that list for me. White Room was mine. Pursuit of Rock and Roll was mine. Reckless was mine. And Back Into My Arms was mine. Lonnie, you did pretty good this time.
I had Little Below the Angels. I had Fox on the Run. I had Blinded.
Oh, actually, A Little Below the Angels. I'm sorry, 2 of you named it differently, so that one did make the list.
I did. Yeah, I was the other one with Lonnie on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, you're the one who forgot the
Little
first
Below the
letter, which messed up my sort order. Thank you, Ken.
Yeah, Ken.
I did. No, I didn't.
So Lonnie's picks didn't make it were Blinded, Fox on the Run, and It's a Great Life. And Lonnie, I just want to applaud you for It's a Great Life, because that's a really great pick.
I listened to that. I listened to that again a couple times this morning, actually at the gym. I was like, man, that's really good. It's like it's uplifting, and I love people who watch the show like know that I love an uplifting and like pump you up inspirational type song, and that's what that song is. Like I really enjoy it.
Yeah, Mark had a few great picks as well that didn't make it. Good Times, Bad Times. Yeah, the one cover permitted in the conversation, so not surprising. Genghis Khan. I am not surprised that Mark, as a recording guitarist, would like a song that's got 8,432 guitar tracks on it. No shock whatsoever. He also had Starship and Toys. Great pick on Toys, Mark. Ken, you did not do well with Constantly Cute. I want to go back.
I don't know why I picked that one. Anyway,
She and Life of a Stranger, but you also broke the rules by having you had She.
Yeah, Life of a Stranger. I really like that song. It's something about it. It's like a song that's written for like a movie.
Well, it was Transport.
Well, there it is. Yeah. So I like the whole sound of that one. So and She, I thought everyone would choose She as. I mean, come on, it's the great cover of the original Kiss song, of course. I don't know why I picked Constantly Cute. Now going back and thinking about it, I don't know. I think I was having trouble at that point picking songs.
So Ken completely disregarded my guidelines for this episode by picking 3 covers when I said you could only have one. So Ken does She.
I didn't know that.
Stranger, and I want to go back.
I didn't treat it like that. It was more about origins. Covers.
I didn't like that.
Go on, Ken. Just give me the finger right now. Go on, flip me off. Julian, you and your rules.
I don't care about your rules. I'll pick a tie if I want.
Give me the finger.
Yeah, Daniel did the best this episode. He only had 2 rejected songs: Fire and Water, which is, of course, the Paul Stanley collaboration. And
that's too easy.
Bear. Yeah, Space Bear. I mean,
too
that's outside
easy.
the box.
Pick up.
Well,
Paul Stanley made the song, not Ace on that one. I just think it's a cheap.
It should have been on a greatest hits.
Even though it is good.
I mean, I dare you to find a Kiss fan and thinks that Fire and Water is a bad song.
I think
that's a great song. No. But what? No, it's an Ace tune with Paul Stanley singing. It's perfect. I was thinking like an album. If he was to release a greatest hit sort of album with 16 tracks, I'd like to see Space Bear at the end of the album. It's such a nutty song. It's something from left field, something to change the pace. So that's why I picked that one. But Fire and Water, at the top of the show, I said my favorite song of these years. Actually, I think that's my favorite song. At least it's the one that I've been listening to the most from all the albums. Fire and Water with Paul Stanley and Ace Frehley. I do enjoy the video as well. A cool looking video, and Paul looks great in that video. It's sort of a throwback to the Revenge era. Years later, he looks as good, and he has all the moves, and I enjoy seeing him without the makeup, just rocking it. So if you guys out there haven't seen the video for that song, you have to go and watch that video. It's such a cool beginning. Ace and Paul meet. It's been too long since we last met. Let's play. Do we still got it? Yeah, sure, we got it. And then they start playing. I love the concept of the video, and then they just rock on stage. So that's a real disappointment that none of you guys managed to understand that that's one of his best covers in the 2000s. So that I'm really sorry for you guys if you picked like
disappointed in the song.
I mean, it's terrible that this didn't make the list. Leave that off a greatest hits album of the 2000s. That's insane, I think, and I'm sure a lot of you guys out there listening are in agreement with me.
Well, here's your comment. You know what, Daniel? I did have that on my list, but it got bumped for White Room. just because of Ace's love for
Yeah.
Cream and its importance to him.
I picked the Kiss song.
That was the only
I'm a
reason.
Kiss fan.
That's right.
All right, you guys ready to get into our countdown? There's a lot of ties, so we're just going in alphabetical order. We'll start off with the songs that got 2 votes amongst the panel. First one up, A Little Below the Angels. Who had that on their list?
I think I did.
That would be Lonnie.
Oh, that's the one where you messed up.
Yeah, Lonnie and Ken. Lonnie, you go first. Why?
I think it's nice. I think it's a different side of Ace, it's like a change of pace a little bit. And it's kind of, he kind of references his daughter a little bit in the middle of it. I think it's a nice, sweet change of pace song, kind of reflective of his life too. So I enjoyed that one. It was on the I think I came up with 12 songs originally, and I had to go back. It was one of those, but it's still good. I enjoy it very much.
Nice. Ken, why did it make your list?
Pretty much the same reason, Lonnie. I like the story, and like Lonnie said, it's different. It's not your rocker or anything like that. It's kind of more laid back, and it tells the story of his life, kind of, in a way. And I enjoy it. It's a nice song. So.
Yeah, I'm a softie. It's a cute acoustic spiritual song, so it's got a little bit of introspection, but I love the acoustic, it's really light and then it builds up a bit more in the end. So it's got sentimentality, a little bit of Ace's spirituality coming out and as a message. So it's a very cool song. Didn't make my list, but I'll take a song like that. Just one on an album though. Daniel, any thoughts on that song?
Sounds like a good story in the lyrics. I don't even remember that song, so it didn't make my list. It wasn't even close.
All right. Well, next song up on the list is going to be "Change" from Space Invader, and that made my list. Again, it's got a similar sort of message in it, and it's heavier though. So that was one of the things that really came across to me with that. It's just a song that kept itself alive in my playlist as the playlist just kept getting whittled down. And I can't really go any deeper than that on it. Daniel, I hope you can, because you also voted on this.
I can't, because that was the exact same reason that I picked it. It was a heavy song with a good message. Sort of something like, some of the cool songs on the 80s Kiss albums with that power feeling when you listen to it, the empowerment of yourself, sort of. So I like that song a lot. It's sad that it didn't make the final cut, but it's a good song.
Lonnie, any thoughts on Change?
Not a whole lot. Kind of, it's a little forgettable to me. I don't have a lot to say about it.
Yeah, we've listened to a lot of songs this week, so it's hard to keep track of every song.
I can't say.
Yeah, we haven't had 50 years with Ace's catalog because, come on, we're more likely to listen to Kiss albums a lot of the time. Ken, any thoughts on Change?
Not a lot. I mean, it's a pretty decent song. But like you're kind of what you're alluding to there, Julian, is I was thinking about, it's like, man, I can't remember the songs on these albums a lot. I can't just think about the song and remember certain ones. I can, like probably most of the ones on my list, maybe, but there's just some I just can't remember. I can't, how did that song go? I don't know. It's not like we're Kiss, Kiss. I can tell you, I know how every song goes because I've listened to them like 10 million times. So they're so in there in my head. I don't even need to put a record on or a CD player or anything on. I know I just know the song. Yeah. So with these Ace songs from the 2000s, it's even harder. More so even like, say Fraley's Comet. I could pick those up a little bit, remember those better than the newer stuff. So anyway, it's kind of tough with some of the songs.
Well, the next song up is Fighting for Life. Ace Bon Fraley with his super fun song. I love the tempo on this one. I think when we did the review show for 10,000 Volts, there was a very positive reaction to it across the board. Lonnie, I'm not surprised. This is like a running song, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's a good. Everybody knows I love a good motivational song, and this is right there with it. It's a rocker. It's fast paced. It's up tempo. It's good message to it. It's everything I like in a song. So this was a very easy pick for me, and I think it was when we did the 10,000 Volts episode with my favorite song on there. So this was an easy pick. It's a great song. Definitely a standout on 10,000 Volts.
So Daniel, you had a song. You also picked a song from the Brown Guy.
I did. yeah, but I'm with Lonnie on this one. Actually, I wasn't available when you did that review show, so I missed that one. But I actually reviewed the album on a different Kiss podcast, and this was my favorite pick, my favorite song of that album, and much for the same reasons that Lonnie said. I mean, up tempo, a rocker, good message. I want to run, but I'm not as dedicated as Lonnie. I run from time to time, but I can't keep up with Lonnie. I see him on this app that's called
Runkeeper. Daniel and
Runkeeper. Yeah, and I see his times when he runs like 10 kilometers. I don't know what that's in miles, but it's insane times. He's quite the runner, that Lonnie guy. Better than the Brown Guy.
There we go. Oh my!
All right, Ken. Any thoughts on Ace Bon Fraley?
I knew you guys would choose this. This is it's a real good song. I didn't pick it because I decided, well, I know these other guys are all going to pick it, so I'm going to pick something else. Just to throw in something else in the mix. Yeah. So it's a good song. I know why you picked it.
All right, next one up. Again, we're still on 2 votes per song. Is Inside the Vortex. I love this. It is heavy. It was written on a bass. It's got tones. It's got texture. It's got attitude. But number one, it's heavy. It's super heavy song, which is almost like trying to get out of a black hole. So, yeah. Who else had it?
I did.
Me.
Daniel. Good.
No, I did. I thought I did.
I had it. You don't even know what
That's
to pick.
3 votes. That's 3 votes then.
This is.
Oh no!
You know,
I didn't. Shit! I didn't have it.
You didn't even know.
No, wait a minute.
But clearly, I should have.
Julian was speaking for me. He was speaking for me.
Julian math reigns.
Oh yeah, supreme.
I still have jet lag. Okay, leave me alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to start, Ken? I think it's.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I really love the song. Like Julian said, it is heavy. It's very cool. It does make me think of kind of space and that kind of stuff. It's just a cool song. I can't explain it, but I just enjoy the heck out of it. And I think the soloing in that, I think, is pretty cool stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's a great Ace tune. This is probably my top 5 from the albums. Immediately when I listened to the album for the first time, this was one of those songs that stood out immediately. And that's often a sign of a very good song, when it grabs you, at the first or second listen. So this is one of my favorites from his catalog in the 2000s, and too bad it didn't make the cut either. But go back and listen to it. It's a heavy rocker, great singing actually from Ace. I like his vocals on this one. So yeah, great song.
All right. Did I forget anyone on that while I was talking about it like it was my own pick?
Did Lonnie talk on that one?
No, I didn't pick it. It's a good song. It just didn't make my cut. It's good though. I can see why you guys picked it.
All right, let's see what I can screw up next. Pain in the Neck. Daniel, one of your picks.
Yeah, one of my later picks. I had finished listening through the albums and I ended up with 12 songs and I needed to add stuff. And this was one of the additions. It's a cool song. Not one of my favorites of that album, but I think it's good enough to make the top 16. But I guess you guys didn't.
No, Mark had it, so
Oh, Mark,
we're in the top 16 now.
Okay.
All of these are on the playlist for this show.
Okay.
I think it's a cool song. My problem with it is it's almost stoner rock. It's kind of slow and dirgy and dark, but that's also what makes it appealing. I think they had an even slower version on the Anomaly Deluxe, if I recall correctly. So, yeah, it's down tuned. I mean, it's super down tuned, stoner vibe, but the solo, spectacular solo on this song. Lonnie, Pain in the Neck.
I almost had this song. I had it on my original list, and I was reviewing it a little bit, and it just didn't make my top 16.
Number 17.
If it was 17, Pain in the Neck would have been on there. I enjoyed it. I love the solo, like Julian said, and it's kind of like he said, it's down tuned, but it's a fun song, kind of catchy too at the same time. So I enjoyed it. Like I said, if I had 17 songs, it definitely would have been on there.
All right, next song up.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't get my.
We didn't get to hear from Ken.
Well, I just want to say.
I'm sorry, Ken.
Just
forgive me.
Speaking of pain in the neck, old Marcus Almighty here is trying to change our chat into a Rush topic here.
Shocking. Mark's had a big week here.
And speaking,
Mark's excited.
I'd just like to say though that yes, Rush is going to be touring again, but I remember some episodes maybe a year ago, or I don't know how long ago, but Mark said there was no way.
You called it, Ken.
That Rush would get back together and tour again. I say, I bet you, and he thought they were gonna do it, but they're doing it. So I'm just calling you out, Mark, on that. Otherwise, the song "Pain in the Neck," it's okay. It's not one of my favorites.
Yeah, Rush. That one came out of left field. I'm very happy with their pick for a drummer to play with. It's very outside the box thinking, which appeals to me. I look forward to hearing what they sound like without the professor.
I'm sure it'll sound really good. I'm sure it's going to be good.
Yeah, well, again, I hope that their set, they actually go into some pretty weird places. They definitely need more material from Caress of Steel. So, all right, let's move on. This next pick is probably the one pick on this whole list that I'm just scratching my head about, going, WTF did you guys pick this? And it's just down to two of you, Ken and Daniel. Stratosphere.
Oh, yeah.
Metal from 10,000 Volts. How on earth did you pick that, Ken? Why?
Explain yourself.
I got you. You gotta have one of his instrumentals. I mean, you just gotta have one, and I enjoy it. I think it's just a kind of great kind of atmosphere to that song. I can't say anything else. I think it has some cool soloing in it that he does in it, and I enjoy it. I even though there's no lyrics. It's just another one instrumental. It's not Fractured 20. It's Stratosphere. It's at least different title. Go ahead, Daniel.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because I want to end the album with an instrumental, and while listening through all the instrumentals, I think that this is my favorite, even though it's clear that Ace doesn't play all on this one. But you have to look past that a bit. I mean, Steve Brown is doing some stuff on this one for sure. I mean, you can hear it. It's not, you need the sloppiness from Ace, but it's a bit too, exact at moments when you listen to this song. So I think it's a collaboration between the two guys. But as a song, it takes you on a trip, to space, and that's what I want at the end of an Ace album. Zone out and feel that flow. It feels like you're floating. I like the song, but he has a lot of good instrumentals. But I think this is one of his best ones after 2009 and onwards. So it wasn't a hard pick. It wasn't my 12 songs that I picked that made the list
First
first.
go around?
So yeah,
Uh-huh.
first, like the first draft I did there.
Yes.
So good song.
Yeah, I have to go to page 521 to read from the Book of Ace.
Oh,
Ace had
Preview.
a bunch of. He had a bunch. I'm not going to read. You like to comes out.
No, darn it! You have to buy it.
Ace had a bunch of instrumentals, and he couldn't decide which one to use for
Oh.
10,000 volts. And then Steve came in with that, and he listened to it, and he really liked it, and heard things that he wanted to do with that. So, yeah, well, that's no
That's cool.
real different than say Fractured 3 in 1989. So to me,
That's a
it
good
makes
one.
it makes it as valid because John Regan was behind the other one. So why not? But it didn't make my list at all. It's good and it fits the album perfectly well. So I don't have an issue with it. Lonnie, did you have anything to say on Stratosphere?
No, not a whole lot. I mean, it didn't make my list. I really didn't even consider the instrumentals. I wasn't. It wasn't even close to making my list. It's fine, but
What would you end the album with then?
I mean, you can end the album with the instrumental. I get it why he does it, but I mean, if I'm going to pick a greatest hits off of these 4 albums, I'm not going to pick one of those
But
instrumentals.
16 songs, you need something different at the end. I think it's perfect.
Don't tell me what I need. I know what I need.
Yeah, no, you don't.
There you
Clearly, you don't.
go. Tell me.
Oh, here we go. Europeans telling the Americans what they need again.
Right?
Yeah, you guys need some help over
I'm an
there.
American,
It's
don't tell me
pretty
what to do.
obvious. Pretty obvious. You need some help. Yeah.
All right,
No,
last
no
song.
Greta, please.
Last song to only gain 2 votes is Your Wish Is My Command from Spaceman. One thing I like with Ace, and one thing that disappoints me with Ace in this time, is that he did Fire and Water with Paul. So you
Yep.
had that little reunion of originals. He did 2 songs with Gene, and obviously he did the Vault stuff and the tours, but 2
Peter.
studio songs with Gene. He never did anything with Peter. And that's a gap I would love
Blasphemy.
to see filled. So
Right.
Your Wish Is
Yeah.
My Command, Lonnie. That was one of yours.
It was. I enjoy it. It's a good song. It's not the next Rock and Roll All Night like Gene tried to amp it up to be for several years before we got to hear it.
Yeah.
But it's decent. And I enjoy the collaboration, with Gene. So, it wasn't on my initial list, but I go back and I was like, yeah, I got to round out these 16 songs. Yeah, that it's not, it's good enough. But it's not the next Rock and Roll All Night.
Yeah, Max. I mean, in the past 20 years,
Mm.
or post reunion.
Well,
Yeah.
I dare you
millennium.
to listen to Travel Walking and find Peter Criss on that album. There's not a whole lot of him there.
He did a song, but didn't make
Try-
the album.
Yeah, exactly. I think he has like a sentence on that album.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, there was another song with Peter on vocals. I can't remember the name of
That
it.
would have been good.
No, not on Trouble Walking. There was. I recently listened to that album and struggled to find Peter Criss's vocals. They are so original, but you can't hear them on that album. So that was a real disappointment. Listening to Trouble Walking, you couldn't hear Peter.
Yeah, so Mark's the other fella who had Your Wish Is My Command. Ken, you really let Team Gene down on this, didn't you?
I thought it'd be too obvious, and I just tried
Traitor.
to.
Traitor.
I know. See, I'm not always picking Gene stuff. I just have to every now and then throw you guys a curve. But yeah,
You did throw a song from Asshole on your list, though, didn't you? Just to squeeze a Gene song in.
What?
Oh.
There's no asshole songs on here.
That's a terrible
Um,
album.
so yeah, I just the Gene song's okay, but it's I like these other ones a little bit better. That's just being truthful.
All right, which brings us into the songs that got 3 points. Woohoo! A little bit more agreeable now.
Okay.
First up is going to be a song from 1995 that Ace revisited on Anomaly,
Ah.
and rightfully so. Let's just go to the archive here for a little bit of the 1995 demo of Sister.
Nice. Ooh.
All right, Ace Fairly Bad 1995 version. Daniel, get us started with Sister.
I think Sister is a great Ace Frehley tune. It's much in the same vein as some of his stuff in the early 80s, you know. Simple riffs, but still rocking like hell, you know. This could have been on a Kiss album, I think. It sounds like, you know, vintage Ace, I think. So that's why I like it so much. It could have been on Unmasked or something like that. Dynasty. Great song, and of course it made my list, and it obviously made a few more lists.
Yeah, it does sound like a throwback because it was a throwback. And if I was to pick any of the 1990 stuff that I would have wanted Ace to revisit, that was the one. But what he did with it on this album was just spectacular because it was heavy, it was dark, and it was kind of weird that it's basically a drug song. For a newly sober guy, a little bit of irony there. So very, very good. Much better version of the song. But again, my one regret is he didn't have Richie come in and guest with him just on that one track. Lonnie, you also had Sister.
Yeah, it's I was really happy when we saw the track list of Anomaly and that it was on there. I'm like, oh, that's really great that we're gonna put this song out in a good studio form, and it lives up to it. It's a it's a good song. It's kind of dark. It's heavy. Has a good melody to it. Really enjoy it.
Yeah, Ken didn't make your list. Was it just that it got knocked off, or is it too heavy for Ken?
It's too heavy. Yeah,
There's no Gene involvement.
It just got knocked off. I do like the song. I actually like. It's funny is I like some of Ace's demos better than the actual final versions of songs that he does lots of times. But yeah, I think it's a good song. It just kind of fell off my list.
Yeah, who made that comment? Justin Hell would have been great on Psycho Circus.
Hell yeah.
Ace pitched songs for Psycho Circus that got rejected. Hypnotized, there were other ones. Live from Liberty and the Pursuit of Happy, a Shaking Sharpshooter, obviously.
Oh yeah.
So there were other songs that he pitched to Psycho
What
Circus.
could have been.
What could have been, and we get to hear them years later on his solo album. So, that sounds like a win-win to me. Daniel, did I get you for Sister?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Because I'm losing track of where the hell I am.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
It's always obvious.
Yeah.
I just go blank and start looking weird.
Yeah.
Next up, still on 3 points, is a song that started out life in the 1990s, written by John Ostrowski, Ace's personal assistant and road manager. And it went through a couple of different versions, with John working in with a couple of different bands at the time. One cut a demo of it, another redid it as a different version and did it live. But Ace liked it. and Give Me a Feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Who had this on their list?
I did.
Ken, get us started. Mark had it as well. So Ken, should we tell him he's muted?
No. Just
Got
let
in
him
my
talk.
list.
Just let him go.
Lonnie had it too.
I did.
Give me a feeling. Give me a mute button. Yeah,
You got one.
I do, obviously. So give me a feeling. I really like the song. I think it's a really good song. It's catchy. And that's, for me, that's a lot of music. I prefer the catchier stuff. So yeah, sometimes it can be a little too much. But I grew up on a lot of catchy stuff, starting from the Beatles up through, Carpenters and everything else. A lot of catchy stuff I preferred over other stuff. So yeah, I like it. Good song.
Lonnie, on your list as well.
Yeah, it's a fun song. It's catchy, like Ken said. It's one of the better songs on that album, in my opinion. It was an easy pick to be on my list.
Yeah, for me, Give Me a Feeling, while it may have been externally sourced, from John, Ace sets the tone for it and owns it from the opening notes with those monster guitar bends. He puts his signature dinosaur right at the beginning, and it really sets the tone. Throughout the song, it's just a guitar-orama, just tons of guitars, but it's got that pop flavor. There's a few riffs throughout the song that are very Montrose first album kind of sounding that I just really like. So it gives it that energy, and that first Montrose album is just
it's great.
But now you've got
Yeah.
doing a song that I don't think he would otherwise write. So that's why some other people bringing in material that he can acify really works out in a lot of cases for me. Daniel, thoughts on this one?
Julian, I failed to hear Montrose on this song, I have to say, but maybe I have to go back and listen to this one, because for me, I remember when he released this as, was it the first single? I think so, from the album. I was really disappointed. It felt like, sort of nothing spectacular, middle of the road stuff. It's an okay song, but it's nowhere near the top 20 for me. But if you guys picked it, I have to go back and listen to it. But I failed to hear any Montrose on this one. And I have to second the opinion, the first Montrose album, that's a great album.
It's only one small section of a riff. I'll isolate it and send that to you, and then we'll see if you still agree or not. All right. So next up is another song that is not a cover. It's externally sourced, but Ace totally rewrote the lyrics, and the music pretty much stayed as originally released by another artist in 2011. So here's the original version. We'll see if you know which one it is. All right, gents, what's the next song?
I Want to Hold You.
Very good.
Yeah.
So he basically kept the music track intact, but aceified that and rewrote the lyric for that one. And I love the up-tempo pop of this. Again, it's another very poppy song. You got to remember, I love Words Are Not Enough. Someone mentioned that earlier in the chat. So I really do enjoy Ace material when he goes off in that style. That was a great singer, by the way. Lonnie.
Yeah, I think it's a fun song off Space Invader. It was an easy pick to get on my list. It's one of the better songs on Space Invader. and it's fun. It's catchy. Nothing bad to say about it at all. It's a good song.
No, Ken agrees with you as well. Ken.
Yeah, it's a good catchy song. There's nothing. Again, I just said earlier, I like something that's catchy. So that falls right into my wheelhouse, for rock songs. So yeah, really good song.
Daniel, is that too bubblegum for Scandinavian taste? No goats or executions involved in it?
I don't know, but I think there are way better songs on Space Invader, like the title track. Change is way better. Inside the Vortex, and I actually just picked three songs of Space Invader. The rest wasn't up to par. I think. I think this should be nowhere near the top 16.
Ooh. Okay. Well, let's see if you approve of the next pick. The last song on the list to get 3 votes on it. Oh, Daniel's not going to like this one either. Walking on the Moon. Mark had this.
Oh,
Who else had
Lord.
this? Ken, Walking
I
on the
had it
Moon.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy this song. Am I supposed to talk? I enjoy this song. I think it's a real good, fun song. Even the video's fun too. But I think it's kind of, again, it's another little
Daniel's
catchy,
had it.
kind of quirky in a way, but it's a good, fun song. Nothing wrong with it at all.
He's just going to go out and beat a goat with a stick. He'll be back in a few
He's
minutes
had
when he feels better. Lonnie, Walking on the Moon.
The hell with you three says. No, I enjoy Walking on the Moon as much. It fits very well into 10,000 volts. It's fun. It's catchy. It's poppy. It's the things I'm looking for in a song or an Ace song. And little space reference in there never hurt anybody with an Ace Frehley song. So
That's right.
It was an easy pick to be on my list too.
Yeah, it didn't make my list. Even Ace's love songs get spacey. I mean, come on. Sometimes the spaciness gets a little bit too much, and on this one it just became a little bit forced. But melodically, it's a cool song. All right, let's move on. We're getting much more unanimous in our decisions here and our picks. I've just been corrected that the goat abuse takes place in Norway, not Sweden. Thank you, Chris. Okay, moving on quickly. On 4 points, first song up is Bronx Boy. Lonnie? You didn't pick this.
I did not pick this. I did not. It's fine. I thought you guys would pick it. It was the first single off that album, wasn't it?
No, not the first. The third. I think
was it the third? Okay.
Was it?
Yeah, 10,000 volts was the first.
I thought it was first also, but no, Bronx Boy.
10,000 volts was the first single.
No. Bronx Boy is not on. It's not on that album.
I thought we was talking about Walking on the Moon or whatever.
Oh, you missed that discussion.
You missed. I just have to say briefly about that song. It's so boring. Nothing happens. I can't understand how they could pick Walking on the Moon or whatever that's called instead of Fighting for Life. Terrible pick. And the video that someone said was great. It's the worst thing he's ever made. Those guys in suits, or what do you call it, jumpsuits, trying to look like aliens. Yeah, it's goofy, but it's also really
they did that in 2007.
bad.
You can't take that so seriously.
Yeah, but I guess the main thing is I was so disappointed they didn't pick Fighting for Life as a single because I thought that was a great track. I guess that's why I'm a bit bummed by that song. Okay, so go on, Lonnie. Bronx Boy. Is it my turn?
Bronx.
It's your
Sure,
turn.
go ahead.
Lonnie didn't pick it. He hates the Bronx.
It's fine.
I think it's a fine song as well, but the main thing about it that I like is that Ace once again went back to his origins, like he did with Cold Gin and stuff like that. I like the autobiographical feel of the song. I always thought that Ace managed to write great lyrics when he wrote about himself and his own life. He didn't have to make up stuff about space and all that kind of stuff. just write about the hard times
Yeah.
when you had to drink cold gin and the parasites were after you. I mean, those kind of lyrics are great, and this is another one in the same vein, so to speak.
Yeah, nice. I mean, my notes on this one are it's got a sick riff. I love the riff in Bronx Boy. It's Hard Times Part 2 in some ways. And the guitar, it's just brutal street guitar playing. So he's playing to match the environment and the story that he's telling in the lyrics. So it's just a tough, punky street song. Ken, Bronx Boy.
Yeah, it reminds me of Hard Times, not musically so much, but just the feel, the lyric content of it. I wish Ace would do a full album of songs written about his life,
Concept album,
past life, younger
like Out
life.
of Control.
Like Ace Frehley call the album My Life or something. Whatever. Or Hard Life or something.
That's a good idea.
I would love him for him to do something like that, and I think it would really work well. Autobiographical, whatever song. I can't even say the word, but yeah, I think the song is a cool song. Even though, it's not the catchiest song or anything, but it's a cool, like you said, Julian, a cool riff in there.
All right, did I miss anyone?
No.
Silence is golden. All right, next up also on 4 points, Foxy and Free. Lonnie, that was one of your picks.
It was. I enjoyed Foxy and Free. It's a great way to kick off Anomaly. I love the way his vocals sound on this, and I love the hard riff to it. It's what I want to kick off an Ace Frehley album type of song. It's heavy, good Ace vocals, good guitars. Nothing bad to say about it at all. I'm disappointed it wasn't a unanimous pick, actually.
Hey, Mark, you're still listening in? Type into the chat why you picked it, because I want to see if it matches up with why I think you picked it. Daniel, who's on your list as well.
It's like Lonnie read my mind. I'm at the exact same, I have the exact same feelings about the song. Great voice, great lyrics, great singing from Ace. A great opening track for an album. And as I mentioned earlier, the beginning of Anomaly is one of his better 1-2 punches on any album, I think. So this is a perfect Ace song. This is the way he's supposed to sound, and he managed to create a great opening track for his comeback. 5 out of 5 for me, this song. One of my absolute favorites from his, later years.
There we are. Marcus says, I think it's a great opener, awesome guitar riffs, and strong singing.
Yeah, we're on the same
and
page.
I'll echo some of that. It's the tribal drums at the beginning of this that really set the tone for it. It's almost bringing you all back together in the jungle, and you're about to, sacrifice goats around a fire. So, what is it about goats today?
Wow, Julian?
Yeah. Actually, I'm just looking when I move my head. This is like totally wrong. My Tommy Thayer Les Paul pops out in the background there.
You don't have as big of a head as Tommy Thayer, so no problem.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow.
Tommy catches strays on this show.
Yeah.
My
But for me, Foxy and Free just has a really cool swagger about it. Great opening track. Great kind of welcome back to the Spaceman. Ken didn't make your list.
Didn't make my list. I think I liked it more when I first heard it in the early times, but I kind of got tired of it, believe it or not. But I mean, it's a good song, a good opener on that. It just didn't make my list. Simple as that.
All right. So I think, we got 2 songs left with 4 points each. Mission to Mars, 4 points. Great music video. Who didn't like the Walking on the Moon thing? Well, do you like the Mission to Mars video?
Yeah, that's fun. That's a great story. And all the innuendos and all the homages to Kiss. It's a great video for Kiss fans. I don't think Ace had a lot to do with the video, but there had to be a Kiss fan doing that video because it checks all boxes when it comes to how Kiss fans want a video to be, and it's a fun story. And it was actually when I watched the video, I went back and listened to the song because it's probably his best video, I think, from the later years. It's a cool, fun ride looking at that video, and the song grows on you. So if you haven't seen that video, go and check it out on YouTube. It's a really fun video, and especially if you're a Kiss fan and get all the small, innuendos that are in the video. So great song. It made my list.
Yep, it made Ken's list too. Ken, one of your choices.
Yes, it's a cool song. I like it a lot. I think it's a really, like Daniel said, with the Kiss references or innuendos and that sort of stuff in it. Yeah, I just like the feel of that whole song. It's just a great, I don't know, mood to it. So I like it a lot. It's a good one.
Yeah, I think the video definitely elevates this song because it's impossible as a Kiss fan not to kind of smile at all the Easter eggs and little historic things that are thrown into that video. And it's so well done. But the song itself is a really fun story song. It uses that usual space theme, but kind of they take it in a new direction there. So again, back for Space Invader and Anomaly, Ace was firing on all cylinders as far as I'm concerned. There are very few dogs on any of these albums for me and my taste. Lonnie, you didn't pick Mission to Mars, I don't think.
I didn't. It's fine. And I understand why you guys picked it, but it didn't make my list. It doesn't click for me as much as it does for you guys, I guess.
All right, last song with 4 points, and then we're into the unanimous picks. Rockin' with the Boys. I actually like this video as well. Yeah. I like this song. To me, though, Rockin' with the Boys is Ace Frehley's Hard Rock Beth.
Yeah, it is.
A very similar sentiment.
Theme.
If Ace wrote Beth, he wouldn't do it with strings and sentimentality in that way. He would write it with an electric guitar, and it would have a whole different attitude to it. So that's what Rockin' with the Boys does. And as a geek, since we go back to 1982-83, when that Kerrang episode or issue said, that Ace had been working on a song around Creature's era called Rockin' with the Boys. It was just a nice full circle moment when we had a real song by that title. And then some of the stories Ace tells about it is very, very fun to me. Lonnie, you did have this one.
I did. I think it's a fun song. It is like Ace Frehley's like hard rock Beth a little bit, and it's, it has good vibes to it, and it's, I enjoy it. And obviously, I guess most of the rest of the panel does, except for one. So, good song.
Yeah, we'll get around to him in a minute. Mark had both Mission to Mars and Rockin' with the Boys, as did Daniel.
Yeah, I think this is the closest Ace came ever to write Rock and Roll All Night. The only problem for me is it's way better if you increase the speed to 1.2, then it's really rocking. It's a bit slow, unfortunately. If you can change the speed if you watch the video on YouTube to 1.2, and it will be even better. So I would have liked it to be a bit faster, to get the crowd going if you play this live. But as you said, the theme it's kind of eerie because I don't think he thought of it, but he actually wrote Beth from his point of view, so to speaking. But great tune, great singing, and of course a great chorus. One of his best choruses in the later years. So I really enjoy this one. Top 5 song for me.
Ken, would it have made your list if it was sped up and rocking with the chunk?
I think so, because there are songs out there that I think in the past was like, man, if they just sped this sucker up, it would have been a lot better song. The tempo, and I think Daniel's right on with that one. It just it missed my list, not by much, but it's okay song.
All right, so here we are, unanimous picks.
Unanimous. Ooh.
10,000 Volts, the title track. Lonnie.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great way to kick off that album. It's really, really strong material from Ace. The kind of material that by the time that album came out that we had been looking for a while. I think that Spaceman didn't, like, at least in my opinion, the album didn't live up to some expectations, and we'd had some, the Origins album, and this album comes out with 10,000 volts. I think all of us were like, well, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That's the Ace Frehley. That's what I want on an Ace Frehley lead track. So, great guitar work, great vocals, great lyrics. It's great song.
Yeah, when this came back during my re-listens, I was actually a bit surprised that it immediately went on my list. It's strong, it's fresh, it's vibrant. It's a really good song. So it easily made my list. Ken.
Yeah, it's a really, really, really good song. It's Ace is kind of back, in the driver's seat again,
and he told me so.
And it's he told me so. It's more. It feels like a song that he should be doing all the time. Those types of songs. So it was an easy pick for me.
Daniel.
Yeah, I just have to agree with what you guys said. I mean, and also it's a cool homage to Shaq doing the vault thing. And the video as well worked well. And I recall it getting, quite a few views on YouTube. People seem to like it. I mean, I think it got well over 1 million views on YouTube. I wasn't expecting that from a new Ace Frehley song. So it was cool to see that people in general also liked it, not only the hardcore fans. And it has a lot of potential, this song. I think it's a great song that should work well live as well. I've never seen him playing this one live, but a great opener, great lyrics, great homage to his previous work. So it's just a great song. So I'm not surprised it got all the votes from us.
Ken, did I get you?
You got me.
I got you.
All right, really got him.
You got everybody?
All right. Next up on 5, Cherry Medicine. Another song from 10,000 Volts album. So for recent, 10,000 Volts did well in this list, and that does surprise me a little bit. I thought we'd go skew a little bit towards the older material, but Cherry Medicine also supported by a very fun video. I think I said it in the review episode for this. It's so sickeningly catchy. It's impossible to not like it. It's just one of those songs. Yeah, what can I say? That's all I'll say. Ken.
Yeah, it's like you said, very catchy. It's kind of reminds me in a way of what's that? Fountains of Wayne. Stacy's mom. That song, that catchiness, that kind of a song. It's just infectious, kind of, and it's fun. So yeah, it's not like your hard rocker and rocking song, but it's still just a fun, catchy song. It's good.
Lonnie.
Yeah, it is. I'll echo that. It is so super catchy that you can't help but be singing along with it by the time the chorus comes around the second time, even the first time you ever listen to the song. It's that freaking catchy. But even a year later, still listening to it, it's still catchy. It's still a good song, and it's still very enjoyable. So. Was definitely an easy one to throw on my list.
Yeah, even if people hate it, it's still making their list because it's so catchy. Daniel.
Right.
Yeah, I think you guys covered it. The main thing about this song is a catchy pop song. His best pop song on this album, catchy as hell. And the video isn't, hard on your eyes, so to speak. It's a pretty fun video to watch. And I'm just sorry to say that he didn't manage to to stay with that girl. She seemed to be good for him. That woman he was with, and she's in the video as well. So that relationship ended. It was way better than the previous girlfriend he had. That seemed to be kind of a lunatic. But this one was great for him, and did a lot of work for him. She shot a lot of footage from the tour and so on. It seemed to be really into the whole Ace thing, but it ended. But she looks great in the video, that girlfriend of his. So, and cool song.
Who have I forgotten? Lonnie?
You got them all.
You got me.
Okay.
All right.
I am losing I need some sleep. All right, so another song with 5 points. We've only got 2 left, and this was the song that returned Ace to public consciousness, Outer Space from Anomaly, which was a really heavy character song. Again, he sourced this externally, but he liked how he was able to use it because it reintroduced the Spaceman character. And the video for this one was fun as well. Actually, was there a video? No, I'm thinking the promo video around it. With the motorbike and all that. But the single, it brought back Ace's character, and it hit right at the right time. It was like, yeah, it's a space theme, and no, he didn't write it. He adjusted it, but it was just the perfect song from that album, more so than any of the other songs, in my opinion. As much as I like the rest of Anomaly, it was like those were all his songs. This one was about the person, the character, and bringing him back. So, Lonnie, Outer Space.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite song off of all of these albums is Outer Space. It's very first person, and it's exactly, again, kind of like echo what I said about Foxy and Free. It is exactly what I wanted out of Ace Frehley in 2009. Can you imagine if Outer Space had been on Sonic Boom somehow? And in another universe, Ace Frehley is in Kiss at this time, and Outer Space is on Sonic Boom. Man, that'd be good. It would have just, and I like Sonic Boom. Don't get me wrong, I really like Sonic Boom, right? But I really think that would have this song on there would have just propelled it to another level. It is my favorite song off of all 4 of these albums. Sonic Outer Space is really, really damn good.
Ken, Outer Space.
Yeah, it's a great song. It was the right time, right song to come back, after so long of, since Trouble Walking, it was a long time, and this was just perfect. It's like, okay, yeah, we got him back, and this is, the really cool, perfect song that he needs to be doing this kind of stuff. So, I enjoy it a lot.
Daniel.
Perfect song, of course. By this time, the space theme felt fresh once again. You have to keep that in mind because, wow, Ace is doing a space song and you got all excited. Then he tried to redo this over and over and over again, and it, got a bit old after a few years. But at this point in time, it felt really fresh, and I was exactly on the same page as Lonnie. I was thinking, man, if they could have these 2 first songs off of an Anomaly on Sonic Boom, it would be an even better album. And I also like Sonic Boom as it is, but with 2 songs from Ace, man, that could have been a classic album. So great song, top 5 for me as well.
All right, which means that our last song is another space theme.
Space Invader. It has to be Space Invader.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yep.
It
was another unanimous pick, and this one always surprises me. This was an instrumental until after the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, so the lyrics for this song came very late. And just in knowing that, all I can say is I'm glad they wrote lyrics for it, because it's better as a song than it would have been as an instrumental. It would not have been spectacular. I'm sure you could have layered a few more dozen guitars and double tracks on it, but to me, it really becomes a very cool song of alien invasion. So again, it's a space theme, but it's coming from a different angle. It's not him on a rocket, it's incoming, with a little bit more of a story. So Ken, Space Invader.
Yeah, I really like Space Invader. I think it's just a great. I mean, it works well. It works well as the album title and the whole artwork, which was isn't that Ken Kelly?
Yes.
Kelly
Did that. That was a great choice to do that album cover. Have him do it. It was really cool. The whole thing worked well. Yeah, it might be my favorite song off of Space Invader. That and maybe another, but I think it was the right choice. Yes, it is a different kind of theme than him being the spaceman, us being invaded by aliens or whatever. So it's a cool song.
Daniel.
Yeah, I always enjoyed Space Invaders, the old game. So it was
Yeah,
pretty
right.
cool that he named it after that.
Arcade game.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I have to agree with you guys. Great song, great opening track. Of course, this is almost like Outer Space Part 2 is trying sort of the same theme, but it hasn't gotten old yet. So I really enjoy this one, especially the chorus. You can't get that chorus out of your mind. It's a great chorus.
Yeah.
And Ace sounds great on vocals as well. I don't know if you mentioned that. I think he sings this one really, really well. So top 5 song as well. This is a great tune, and the mind boggles when you think of maybe this could have been on something like Monster or something. I would have liked to have this on a Kiss episode. So that's the main thing. Ace has 2 or 3 great songs on every album to me. Those should have been on Kiss albums, and the rest I can do without. But he always managed to do like 2, 3 great songs on every album.
Nice. Lonnie, last words for Space Invader.
Yeah, Space Invader's a great song. It's again what you want out of Ace, and I don't mind a spacey Ace Frehley song, and obviously the panel doesn't either because we voted several of them, at the top of the list. So, it's what you want. It's what I want out of them. I think it's what the panel wants out of them. I think it's what Kiss fans want out of them. Is a catchy, spacey type tune with some great guitars, some great lyrics, and a great solo. And this song delivers all of that. So, unanimous pick from the panel.
All right, so that is our list of the best of a Resurgent Spaceman. 16. Yeah. Well, it turned out to be more than 16 with all the ties, but I wasn't doing tiebreakers for that. So just to recap our list, the songs that got 2 votes from the panel: A Little Below the Angels, or as Ken said, A Little Below the Angels, Change, Fighting for Life, Inside the Vortex, Pain in the Neck, Stratosphere, and Your Wish Is My Command. The songs getting 3 votes or picks was Give Me a Feeling, I Want to Hold You, Sister, Walking on the Moon. The songs that got 4, Bronx Boy, Foxy and Free, Mission to Mars, Rockin' with the Boys, and the songs that were unanimous picks: 10,000 Volts, Cherry Medicine, Outer Space, and Space Invader. But there's no right or wrong answer with any of these picks. It's been a blast to just sit and talk about Ace's solo career within that context today. Obviously with him being off the road, spin those albums, send those positive vibes his way. Every time you listen to a Ace song, he's right there with you. So it's a very cool thing to have had an excuse this week to listen back through his whole studio catalog post-Kiss or post-Kiss for the second time around. Big thanks to Sam Weller for posting that topic on the board. It's always fun when a board topic grabs my fancy. And I've had to wait several weeks to do this episode. With being in England for a bit, and I'd like to just say good work last week, guys. It was a fun show. Nice to always turn the reins over to the rest of you to do it your way. So that is it for this week. So let me find my exit button because I'm on the wrong page.
Right like now. Me, I can't find the exit button.
No,
So right now from Mark, from Lonnie, Daniel,
Mark.
Ken and myself.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for spending time listening to the KissFAQ podcast today. All sales are final. There are no refunds. If you'd like, look us up on Facebook or come over to the message board and discuss the topics we've broadcast today. Don't forget to hit subscribe wherever you've listened to this show, and a like would very much be appreciated. We hope you'll join us again, but until then, remember, life's a radio. Turn it up to 10.